Hi, everyone. I am super excited to introduce you to the guest I am about to interview for you all. Her name is Katya Lee, and she's a musician and an awesome fashion designer, and she's been doing really dope space-inspired fashion designs lately. So I can't wait to show you guys everything that she's been doing. Thank you so much, Katya, for taking your time to do an interview with me.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for kind words.
Yeah, so we met actually back in New York, and I literally remember seeing you go through Washington Square Park on a hoverboard wearing, I think, what you're wearing right now. So tell me, what is this? What is this that you're wearing?
I can stand up. It's a prototype. It's a prototype of a cyber suit that I'm making.
A cyber suit. Okay.
These are reflective fabrics, so whenever the light hits it, I don't know if you can see.
Okay.
Light reflective. Anyway.
That's really, really cool.
So yeah, at night you look like Tron.
Yeah, that's so amazing. What inspired you to start doing designs like this specifically?
Well, I was designing stuff ever since I was on stage. I have like a 10-year career in my country as a pop singer. So I would always choose something on my own instead of, the designers would just give us dresses so we wear them out, so we, make their name known. And I would always make something for me. And that seemed to catch everybody's eye. They would be talking about it. They would say, I'm crazy. They would say, oh, again, she's wearing this, I don't know, scuba suit in winter. What's going on? And or stage wear. I was always making stage wear. And then I came to New York making my own music in like a total different genre. I just never stopped. And and then people were asking me to make something for them, and that's how I started my bespoke. I make one of a kind pieces for just to order.
Wow.
When it goes to Burning Man or for stage or just freaks like me who just don't wear normal clothes. Like I don't own normal clothes.
That's so exciting. And what country are you from actually?
It's Russia.
Russia. That's awesome. And you said that you were doing music for 10 years out there. What was that about? What was that like?
Well, yeah, I was in the pop band, like Spice Girls, but in Russia. So, yeah, that was fun for a minute. And then I just always wanted to do my own thing. I always wanted to say what I want to say because I have something to say. That's why I had to just, there's no way you can do that while you're working on your own thing. I thought it's going to happen, but then I realized it's just, you can't sit on two chairs at the same time. So I had to let it go. And I came here, learned the language, started designing things for other people and writing my songs. And my songs are mostly about cosmos and alien abduction and, things like this.
Oh, I love that. That is really, really cool. Where actually could we find some of your music? Are you on Spotify or on iTunes?
Yeah, I'm on both, but yeah, that's just old music. The new one is coming up soon. That's the real deal. And before I was just these are the songs I wrote when I spoke no English. So no, don't judge.
Okay, totally. Well, I'm excited to listen to them a little bit later. So you started out as stage designs specifically for the outfits you were designing. How did you transition into what you're designing now, and what are you currently working on?
Well, I just love this idea of superheroes because maybe it's coming from my childhood when I was bullied at school. I always wanted to, when I grew up, I'm gonna be the cool one. Well, I'm gonna be, I don't know, a rock star. And so the idea of violation rules and going against and anything, the dress code, the rules. That's probably why it makes me so happy to wear a spacesuit while everybody's dressed in a black tiny dress. So yeah. And right now making music, I just bumped into lots of complications. Like, musicians in New York are always busy, and I thought, how do I make it work so I don't depend on anyone? So I just decided to make this cyber suit, this one that's gonna have a corset. It's gonna be, parts will be 3D printed, and it's gonna light up. Also, it's gonna have buttons that are gonna correspond to Ableton. So I can just trigger pieces of my multi-track, and I'm gonna have wristbands with sensors, so I can do delay, reverb, filter up, filter down on my voice. So
that is so cool, and it's like super interactive too, which is like really amazing for performances.
Yeah, well, people will see that I'm making it as they watch. That's the idea.
That is so cool. I really love that. And I saw that you were at Burning Man recently, and so you did a bunch of designs for Burning Man. Have you ever designed costumes for people that go to Burning Man?
Yeah, I did. I designed some for just a bunch of people in the community, and for some big clients. Yes.
That's really, really cool. That's awesome. And I know that we were just talking previously about New York Fashion Week, and that you were actually got to see Buzz Aldrin. And I saw the picture of you and Buzz Aldrin on your Instagram, which is super dope. What was that like? Was it super inspiring seeing an astronaut at New York Fashion Week?
I had no idea. I just went there because I promised to go with my friend, and then it's 11 a.m. and I'm thinking, why did I do it? It's too early. So I'm showing up there, and but to start with, I dreamt to be an astronaut. That's what I wanted to be, astrophysicist, astronaut. But we didn't have really strong physics in our school. I grew up in a tiny town in the mountains in Russia. So I thought, all right, let's be a singer then. And so Fashion Week, Nick Graham's show, models walking on the podium, and then Buzz Aldrin shows up, and I just freak out. Oh my God, did you see this is Buzz Aldrin? And people are like, who's Buzz Aldrin? What do you mean, who's Buzz Aldrin? And I thought I was just gonna go home, and my friends called me, no, come backstage. I'm going backstage, and I see Buzz Aldrin surrounded like a bunch of reporters talking to them, and he sees me in my orange jumpsuit, of course, and some crazy coat, and goes, I'm not gonna talk until I have a photo with orange girl. And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna talk until I have a photo with Buzz Aldrin. He said, where can I get a jumpsuit like this? I go, you talk to me. And
Oh my gosh. Well, that's really, really, it's such an awesome story. Are you possibly going to be designing for him, or is that disclosed information?
Yeah, totally. It's just I'm talking to his manager, and she's giving me measurements of his neck, and that's not what I need. So yeah, we need to like finalize some measurements, because for jumpsuits, it's very important. It's not a shirt. It's very important to know the length of the body and things like that. So he doesn't feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, 100%.
That would be my, just the idea of meeting Buzz Aldrin. I'm like, done. Dream came true.
Oh, I love that. That is so amazing. And you mentioned that you wanted to be an astronaut or an astrophysicist. So yes. I want to ask you, if you could go to space, would you go?
Well, will it be a ticket back?
Yes.
One way. Yeah, if it will be a ticket back, for sure I would go. For sure I would go. But just the idea of going one way and never coming back, it just scares me to death. And it's a recent thing. I think when we grow up, we start thinking about things like that. But before, I thought, yeah, that's all I want. I want to see other stars and universes, and then I just want to see what's out there. And I just recently watched this movie, Space Odyssey, and I don't know how I didn't see it before. So now I think it's the best movie I've ever seen. Like, I love movies. I love good movies, but this movie is so influential. Everything about it is so it's so smart, and the visuals and the music and yeah, it's just I Kubrick is
It's so
genius.
good. It's so, so good. Would you ever want to actually do like costume designs for movie sets like that ever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. Who would be like your dream collaborations if you could choose like the top two in your life?
The movies.
Either movies or like if you want to do spacesuits or anyone out there, like who would you want to collaborate with on any type of designs?
So dream came true. I would design something for NASA or for I don't know, SpaceX. That would be, because I know they're like expanding. They're doing a bunch of lots of like new things there, like flights of Virgin Galactic, and I would definitely design something. Yeah, for the crew or for people to wear that. And I know how complicated it is. I met a guy in Brooklyn who's making spacesuits for NASA. He has a tiny shop, and all he does is spacesuits. And it's like you need three people to help you to get in the spacesuit, and
Yeah.
everything, including the thread, should be like certified. Should be like the quality certified, because if something breaks, that's it. You
Yeah.
can't yeah.
Wait, I think I know who you're talking about. Is this Final Frontier Designs?
No, well,
That was like, wait a second. I'm like, do we know the same person?
this guy is Russian.
Yeah, he's Russian, Nikolay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Julian.
yes.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
has
I
a
went
really
down.
thick accent.
Yeah, super thick
Yes,
Russian accent. Yeah, I went down there actually about a year ago actually to his shop. He's down in the Brooklyn Navy Yards. Yeah, it's the
yes.
Final Frontier Designs. Oh my God, that's really funny.
There are not many people designing spacesuits for NASA, you know?
In Brooklyn of all places too. Yeah. Oh, that is so awesome that you got to meet him. That is super, super cool. So what would be like your plan? So that's all the design stuff. Are you still doing music?
Yeah, music is kind of like that. They're all so intertwined.
Mhm.
And I am working on a couple projects right now. So with the spacesuit, I have this music that I already did, also about traveling in space and things that not really earthly. And then I have a project with a couple DJs, like dance, deep house ish, and then music, and then working with my other partner, guitarist. We just writing this a little bit like there are lots of instruments like charanga guitars and very organic with electronic beats. So we just got our another page on Instagram and another everything. Social media is killing me. So much time going there. Yes. So yeah,
100%.
lots of things at the same time.
Yeah, and that's what's good too, because that's what it really takes being, an artist and being a creative too, is that there's so many different worlds within the umbrella of creativity and being part of the entertainment industry that you really can keep exploring, especially living in New York City and doing all of that. Do you get to travel at all to like other cities or other countries for your work?
Well, yeah. Recently went to San Fran and just performed there. And actually, I met Philip Rosdale not long time ago, and we were just not shut up. We just talk. So next time I'm going to San Fran, he's gonna make an avatar out of me.
That is super,
So
super exciting.
yeah. So I can't wait, because I really want to do a video in VR, and I really want to have a show where people can watch it both in real time, real life, and in VR, and see, and be close to me or walk around me, or yeah. I just love the technology, and I love how right now anything is possible. How you could just use this. Well, the AI being able to write music is a little bit upsetting for me. And I think it's all of us will be very disappointed with our human power that AI can just be better than us, just like that, just like in Go. Do you know? You familiar? Go?
About with Go, and what is this exactly?
Go is an ancient game. It's like chess, but smarter.
Ooh,
It
okay.
came from China. It's the oldest game in the world, and recently AI won the one of the best Go players in the world, and entire Asian world was watching it, and I cried when this champion just when AI just put the stone and this guy was just I saw this horror in his eyes and I cried because AI crushed him. And AI keeps learning itself AlphaGo. That's the program. It keeps learning itself about it, and it's just there's no way humans can ever keep up with it.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of AI, then what's your opinion on the evolution of AI and the practices for safety and the future of AI? What do you think about all that?
Well, it's so exciting. It's just I just read Damon by Daniel Suarez, and it's so far it's one of the best books I've ever read. And I think well, we can never say what's going to happen in the future. We can only you know fantasize, but I think AI will be smarter and smarter and will be integrated more and more in life, and lots of professions will be eliminated. Lots of people will be that's good. They're not going to be doing the things they don't like. They're going to be finally, doing something pleasant. Just questioning themselves. But really, what do I really want to do? How do I want to make a difference? Do I want to make a difference at all? These
Yeah,
are important. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
100%.
and even if something scary will happen, which I'm sure it will happen because anything to do with humans, it's gonna, you imply some disaster because we're just emotional. We can't, the fact that there hasn't been a world war in the past so many years, it is just amazing because looking at the history of humankind, we've been killing each other. That's what we've been doing. So yeah, I don't know how really this AI, this union of AI and humans will work. Will the humans get upset and that AI is smarter and better and not needed anymore? I don't know, but I think it's a great thing. It's so exciting to live in this era when things are happening as we speak.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that if what you said is really important, that you said, if the AI can sort of take over certain tasks that, right now humans are doing. So I guess more of like the mundane, the more machine type of tasks where humans are just kind of doing repetitive stuff, then the humans can really focus on what we do best, which is our creativity and creating things and exploring other realms, whereas the AI can kind of take over other types of jobs. So I like that point that you bring up. So I wanted to ask you what you think is the importance of human space exploration as opposed to like having robotic exploration.
Well, I don't know if we can really contribute to the mission as much as machines would contribute, but I think it's more for us, for reflection in us, for us, the experience to see that, to get excited, to get, this feeling of, whoa, like I think, I don't know, I think the way I love the way it's moving right now. It's fast and it's like even though the government is not really funding space, there are people like Elon Musk who are putting their own funds in that, and therefore, making the progress, moving the progress. So all of us on Earth watching, and we can't wait what's going to happen next. But yeah, I'm sure that there are different there are many different other beings out there, and I just can't wait for a contact.
That's
Even
awesome.
if it's gonna be horrible, I just can't wait. Because imagine how cool would it be? Like it's just how cool.
Yeah,
It's
and
better than just grow up, have children, get married, buy a car, get a mortgage, and then get fat and die. It's just way better.
100%. So aliens invading Earth to save the future of humanity and obesity and retirement.
even to fight, to save the Earth. Like, what an honor.
I love it. So for one of the last questions, so that way we can wrap up this interview, is I just want to ask you why you love what you do as far as specifically the designs, because I see that a lot of it is really futuristic looking, very space inspired. So I just want to ask you why you love that.
I just, we're so evolved. We have AI now. We have like everything in our iPhones, but we still wearing skirts like it's wild, wild west. I just really don't get it. I think clothing is just like any other gadget. It's supposed to contain many other options, many other tasks that can heat your body, can I don't know. Oh, another thing that's gonna happen on my wrist is I'm gonna have my vitals here with sensors in the suits. Just basic things, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, the suit, the clothing is no longer supposed to just keep you warm or beautiful. I think that it can have, like, you can charge the devices, or it can tell you a lot about your body, because it's always, it's touching your body. It can tell you a lot about, like, what's a posture, wrong posture, or so many things, and also can light up, which is cool, or maybe talk to other person who has another suit. I don't know. Kind of cool.
I love that.
Broad, ocean of what can be done.
I love that. That is such a good answer, because I think that that's such a valid point to bring up and to recognize, because I never actually thought about clothes like that before. I'm like, you know what, you're right. Like, we really just kind of wear it to conceal our bodies and to keep us warm and to serve certain purposes. But like, as far as like sanitation,
show off something like female clothes, it's mostly like, look what I have here, or like a short skirt or high heels, which, it's so uncomfortable. I mean, I like high heels. I have like many pairs of shoes, but I think clothes are supposed to make you look more badass and to make you feel more badass. Because when you change in the dress into a suit, your like entire inner self changes. You change. So that's what my goal is when I make a piece for someone, to make him feel like a badass, special, unique.
I love it. Oh, that is so good. So now, where can all of anyone who's watching right now find you, either on social media or wherever?
Sure. Well, the design Instagram is Katya Lee Designs. It's KATYALEE Designs, and the personal one is the Katya Lee. You can find links to everything from there. Yeah. So I talk about everything there.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Katya, for taking the time to talk about everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.